Hello, my name is Rohan. I'm the author of the book Super Sailor and I'm a seafarer with Jalish Cruises and previously with MSC Cruises. Today, we're going to discuss the top 7 reasons a seafarer must be thanked for. Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing well in your homes during these corona times. Being thankful that no one in your family or loved ones are being exposed to a dreadful virus. However, the reason for today's video is that today is the International Seafarers Day and I thought of bringing to you the top 7 reasons we should all be thankful to the seafarers of the world. But before we begin, if you are new to this channel, please click on the subscribe link and then on the bell icon so that you don't miss the new videos I'll be putting up every week about the maritime industry. So let's go. Okay, the first reason why we should be thankful to the seafarers is because seafarers are the backbone of the global trade economy. Second, seafarers sacrifice their social life for us. Can you imagine working away from home for 6, 7 or even 9 months at a stretch? Seafarers do that, so every contract. They miss most of the festivals and events in their families, like their children's birthdays, the wedding of their siblings, and even sometimes the funeral of their loved ones. That might sound harsh, but that is the truth. I have seen it happening on the ships. And still, these brave seafarers keep working with a smile on their faces, delivering their cargo to the ports and entertaining the passengers on the cruise ships. We got to be thankful for them for having such patience and resilience even in the trying times. Third, seafarers fight the toughest seas and the roughest weather to deliver cargo on time and the passengers to their home cities after a vacation. Several ships sink every year because of storms and rough weather, but that doesn't scare a seafarer. They are born for such conditions. He or she is built tough and has the heart to carry on with the work the ship, even when the ship rolls or pitches over huge waves. If you think working in such conditions is easy, then you are highly mistaken. Not everyone can do it, and those working on land can never fathom the hardships one has to face in such environment. Taking cargo from one port to another often involves facing ugly storms and monstrous waves. The sea isn't a friendly place, as it seems when watched from the shore. In spite of these latest technologies and advancement, a seafarer at sea is at the mercy of nature. But what may come, the cargo has to be shipped to the scheduled location, and that too on the right time. So while people on land work in their extremely cozy offices with ultra luxurious amenities, people at sea work through the sickest and the unfriendliest conditions to ensure that the businesses around the world do not stop and those on land continue to enjoy their comforts. The fourth one, seafarers risk their lives through piracy and war zones. According to a report, more than 1 lakh seafarers at any given time either travel or are planning to go through the dangerous piracy affected areas. Until now, several ships have been hijacked and many seafarers have been taken as hostages by the pirates. They are tortured, abused, and kept in miserable conditions as prisoners. Even today, events of piracy have not stopped. Ships continue to get hijacked and seafarers are being taken as hostages. But in spite of all the risk and fear, seafarers continue to do their duties through these dangerous areas. The piracy zones covers one of the most important sea trading routes for food, raw materials, and manufactured goods. Nearly half of the world's seaborne oil supply passes to these pirate infested areas. Just imagine what would happen to the world economy if seafarers refused to work in these areas. You already know the answer. So be thankful for those seafarers for sailing to such areas and assist the navies to deliver cargo and supplies where they require the most. Just be thankful. That's it. Fifth, seafarers face extreme health hazards on the ship. Working on a ship is not easy. Visit a ship and you will know. Seafarers are prone to several specific diseases and illnesses because of the nature of the work and the continuous travel to new places. Apart from physical hazards such as diseases and injuries caused due to accidents, seafarers also fall prey to psychological problems such as homesickness, loneliness, and fatigue, a part and parcel of their life at sea. Moreover, if something happens on board, there are in most cases no possibilities to turn to an expert or to get extra medical help. Seafarers have to manage everything by themselves when at sea. But no matter how many risks they have to face working on board ships, they continue with their jobs and face the health hazards quite bravely. They do it by acquiring knowledge and training themselves for the worst medical emergencies which might come their way. What would you do if you break your bones while working and do not have a doctor or hospital to attend to you immediately? Well, a seafarer performs some of the most dangerous jobs without a doctor around. Do they need any greater reason to be thanked for? Sixth, seafarers work round the clock with monotonous routines. Sailing the high seas with those exotic locations and glamorous uniforms sound romantic to many people, but most do not know about the hard work a seafarers put every day and night to run these ships and their machinery. Ships of every seafarer who has been sailing for a few years must have reached the best places in the world, such as New York, Hong Kong, Tokyo, etc. But for majority of seafarers, all these beautiful places either look like the ship's engine room or upper deck. Gone are the days when seafarers had the luxury of prolonged stays at port. Today the ship is loaded and unloaded in max 24 hours, leaving no time for the seafarers for shore leaves. Moreover, port work means additional work, which sometimes involves continuously working 18 hours at a stretch. With increasing threats from terrorists, most countries now do not even allow shore leave for seafarers, leaving them with no option but to stay on board. Would you like if someone made you work for several days and then restricted you from stepping out of the office premises? Of course not. But seafarers work happily under such circumstances and deadlines, not because there is no other option, but because they know the importance of their work and delivering of their cargo on time and the passengers at on time. 7. Seafarers live with the minimum accommodation and communication facilities. While people on the land have the luxury to call their loved ones whenever they want, seafarers often have to wait until they reach land to find a decent communication facility. Also, there are no guarantee that every port will have such facilities. Even today, most of the seafarers are devoid of decent mode of communication. That's not all. There are many who live in poor quality cabins with filthy couch and mold. Moreover, many of them complain about bad quality and insufficient quality of food. For those on land, long voyages, rotting foods, and stale meats is a common sight. Though the regulation to monitor the quality of food and living conditions and standards have improved, there are often times when seafarers do not have a decent meal. As harsh as it may sound, seafarers are not only have to deal with such conditions but also continue to carry out their duties on board. Of all things, at least decent accommodation and food is the most deserved by all seafarers, considering the life of loneliness and hardship they live on ships. Seafarers are almost seen as happy-go-lucky people who are always flashing a broad smile with on-board and off-board ship, but there's a lot more to them. They're probably one of the very few people in the world who understand the true value of family and work. With the types of difficulties they face at sea, seafarers know how very well how to make the most of the free time and enjoy the fullest. Even though they are aware of importance of their work, they do not allow it to go to their head and continue with their duties even if the world governments and companies continue to ignore them. For they know that their time, both ship and online, is limited. Making the most of that is the only option for them to have. So, guys, these were the 7 top reasons a seafarer must be thanked for going through all of these and much, much more just to, have bread on their table of their families and, continuously provide the cargo, for the businesses of everywhere around the world. So again, happy Seafarers Day to all the seafarers. I'm a seafarer myself, so happy Seafarer Day to me as well. Uh, I work on a cruise, but there are many other seafarers who work on merchant navy who deliver cargo. We deliver passengers. We take them for vacation. We have show time. We get to have free time. We don't work for 18 hours, but there are many other people who work for 18 hours max and very hard working conditions. So, a salute to them and wish them all a happy Seafarers Day. And if you still haven't liked and shared this video, so please do it so that these thanks and these well wishes would go to all the seafarers in the world. And also subscribe to this channel because I'll be putting up much more videos to tell you more about the seafaring industry, about the seafarers, their families, their work conditions, about the industries, the updates in their industries, everything. So if you're interested, if you like this video, please click on the subscribe link and I will see you soon with the next video next week. Till then, ciao.